Hello and welcome back to episode 71 of the MotoGP 21 Career Mode. In today's episode we are off to Portimao for round 3, so it's the first race and episode on the GP21 that we're not in Losail. So finally we get to test the bike out on a different track, and this is a complete different style of track. Quick bit of housekeeping: we have a bit of team development being done at the moment in Moto 2 for the Moto 2 team. Bike development, we have a anti-wheelie and engine upgrade being developed for the Moto 2 team. For the Ducati, we have a traction that should just come in after Jerez, so we'll have it before home race at Mugello, so that is perfect timing. But let's get off to the Algarve. So you've joined me here in, unfortunately, Q1, and that sums up this session of the 8 hour I can't even stand this bloody bike. I'm down to P9, 1.3 off, and I have 0 grip, overheating tyres, and just, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I know for a fact I won't be going through. I've put the traction down to 2, I had it on 3 for a lap. Now it's on 4, I can already feel it's way too intrusive, so I'm going to try 3 again. I have a soft front and medium rear. That's better into 1. Now I'm going to focus as much as I can, so I mightn't be talking for much this lap, because I really need to find a lot of time. And we've lost the front. Absolutely not surprised at all. So it's going to be nowhere on the grid really. We won't have time to make it around for another lap. Ducatis are meant to be one of the best bikes on the grid for wet weather riding, but this is just appalling, and the race unfortunately is wet as well. I think it's a wet track, but either way I'm in trouble here. Let's get over to the race. So it is a wet track, thankfully. My 3 main rivals are on the front row. Now I've taken about a quarter of the fuel out because most of the race I'll be in power mode 1 or 2. I'll never really run 3, just because you get less spin in 1 and 2. My fastest lap in qualifying I've actually set on power 1 for the whole lap, just because I couldn't get the power down, so I had to drop it that low. But we are in a dire position here. Now the only saving grace is that this is a drying track, a wet track, and that usually I go better on a drying track over a full wet race, so I'm on the fence about it, whether this will be an absolute write-off or will we actually fight our way back. But we're going to have to be aggressive and brave, and I had a lot of moments in the qualifying you wouldn't have seen, and then you did see the crash, so it's going to be difficult this one. So we're going to give it everything and see what we can do, but not much hope. We're going to go power 2 off the line to reduce the rear spin, but we get eaten up. Look at the spin I'm getting. We'll back up to 3 just to see can we get a good launch into 1. Okay, this is tight. We're on power or traction 4 just for the opening sector. Binder's gone into the side of me, and unfortunately he's tucked the front. And I think that was the other KTM of Oliveira out there wide, tucking the front as well. This corner here was an absolute nightmare. The traction 4 isn't working. I can just feel it taking all of my power. Hopefully, you run a touch wide here. No, they don't really. This is tiptoeing stuff. We seem to have better pace than the people around us though. Don't know how good our pace is up against the leaders, but the wet track is definitely better than the full rain conditions. Oh, Bastianini's gone down in front of me, and that was Davi also gone down. That was not ideal, and that's cost us a lot of time and positions. Oh, the understeer is real. We're down to, I think, effective P 0 because of the positions everyone does crashed. Just look at the way they're spinning it up, even the eye. I'm taking it really gingerly, just working my way into this race now. 9 laps. They seem to be crashing a fair bit. Unfortunately, the corner went down as well there. That was kind of my fault, but he did lean on me, so apologies to Iker there, but that's what happens when you lean on me for no reason. And now, unfortunately, there's a bit of a gap, and I don't think my pace is good enough to catch this little gap up. Just trying to keep the temperatures cool as well, because I had a lot of issues with overheating in the qualifying sessions. Oh, I was broken way too late there, I reckon. Dive to the inside of Petrucci. Oh, that's the corner. Petrucci is the one we took out. Sorry, Petrucci, I was calling you Eker. Oh, the front end again is gone. That could have been another crash. I have to take a really tight line here because there's no grip out wide. Can we get Eker into turn 5 or turn 4? I think it is. Oh, we're going to set him up, run him wide. Treacherous here into power 1 just to get a bit of grip. Look at Marquez gone sideways. A man you would expect to have good pace in these conditions. This is absolutely terrible stuff here. Can't get the power down. Get much better drive than Marky Mark though. And that is P13. So we're actually in the points. I didn't realise that. The leaders aren't too far away. I wonder what's going to happen in this race when the track dries. I think with their simulated times in practice, they were looking quick. We're going to make an overtake, hold that taut on a late. Oh, do we hold it? Yes, we do. It's very tricky to make positions in this condition. A man who's making the best of it though is Valentino Rossi. He's up into P10 and looking racy. The old dog just about to put a pass by the look of it there on what seems to be Paul Espargaro. That's Nakagami there, that's P11. 48-1 for the AI, so 49-1 for me, so still off the pace of the AI. Rossi has gotten pole, fair play to him. But look at Fabio, he's just there, he's not pulled away. And there's another race, another factory to carry down. Pecco has binned it again, I cannot believe that. He's not going to be putting up much of a challenge in the championship if that's what he's going to do. Crashing 2 times. So he's had 2 crashes and a race win in his first 3 runs. That's not championship form, I'm afraid. And that puts Miller into P2, which means he'll extend his championship lead over me and Pecco if it stays the same. But judging by the AI's slip sliding, I might be on for a much better result here than I ever could have predicted from God knows where I was on the grid. P19 I think it was. Crash further back, I think. I don't see anyone up ahead of. Doing pretty good. Medium front isn't the best really. I'd much rather could run a soft, but it just won't last and overheats. Miller and Quartararo, what is going down? Huge crashes ahead on the bikes everywhere. What's going on? Unfortunately, Rossi's down as well. That is a shame. And Paul is high-sided on the exit. The game is completely broken. That's Frankie Morbidelli on the podium, believe it or not. Look at the 3 in front of us. So Martin Zarco, so there's 2 Ducatis up there and a Yamaha. So we need to just stay on. It looks like Quartararo crashed out of the lead and caused a big crash behind him with riders piling into him. We're going to win the season. We're going to have to stay on it. We could have won it last year if it wasn't for Thailand. The gap is coming down though. And Jorge Martinez crashed. I do not believe what is going on. I actually cannot believe this race. That brings the gap down to 4.5 seconds to Frankie Morbidelli. DI are having an absolute mare. If we keep this rubber side down, that victory could well be ours. So from 19th on the grid, we are currently sitting in a podium position. What in God's name is happening here? And look who's behind me. Look who's behind me. Unfortunately, Rossi's just crashed again, so the old dog's not going to have a good enough. Oh, front end there. I actually thought I was down. Rossi's remounted 8. I'm looking more at the timing screen than anything else. But Miller is 9 seconds behind me. I'm actually flabbergasted at what's going on in this race. It has shocked me. But we are catching Zarco. Up into 5th gear we go. Personal best lap for me. Zarco is the fastest man on track, so if we're catching him, we'll be catching Morbidelli in pursuit as well. Zarco's side was through there though. We take it a bit more gingerly than the Frenchman. Look at the wheel spin through there. It's completely offline. We're going to put into power 2 to get the exit. Into a slipstream we go. We're going to try it down to 5. And that is... oh, that is us in deep. He's probably going to get us on the exit. But look at the wheel spin. Completely can't put the power down. And we are back into P2. But unfortunately, it looks like Morbidelli's pace is pretty good. Of all men in this career mode, if I can't be Rossi to win, I wanted Frankie to win. So, even if we don't get our first win here today, I will take a Frankie win if he can keep it rubber side down. This is treacherous conditions here. I cannot get over how bad the area are, and it looks like Frankie is coming to lap someone. There is riders in front of him. This has been a crazy career mode race. We haven't had one of these races since the game has been launched. A lot of these get patched out at the start, but this one is slipped through. We're good on fuel. Tyres are A-OK for now. I'm not really pushing to catch Frankie, to be honest with you. His pace is decent, and I'm pretty happy to come home in P2 at the moment, considering what could have been a horrendous race weekend for me. Fastest lap of the race. Now it'll be interesting to see, will there be blue flags for Binder? You don't really lap people much in this game. Can't remember the last time I lapped someone, but I'm interested to see, will there be blue flags? Will he even get out of the way? He's not really doing anything at the moment. He did get out of the way, but I don't think it was voluntarily, to be honest. Fastest lap has gone to Fabio this time. Past the round, 47.5. We literally go 1,000,000th off it, or 1,000th off it, I should say. Oh, a bit hot into one though. The gap is coming down to dear old Frankie. I am wondering, is this race when the first Ducati win on? I don't want to speak too soon. We'll see at the end of this lap what the gap is. It's gone back over 4 seconds, so I reckon he has it. Any mistake from the half Brazilian, half Italian M1 Yamaha rider, and this race will be ours. Into this very tight turn 8 Samsung corner. We're on it for another fastest lap. Fabio still holds it. Taking a very shallow line in there. But no, I think Frankie has responded. I'm going to keep this pace up as best I can, but I'm not going to risk much because I'm still on the raggedy edge. And there's bikes down in front. I don't know who that is. That was Fabio Quartararo, I think. It was a Yamaha. Here's Lacona again. We've already had trouble passing this guy in this race. You need to get out of our way. I have to go into power 3 just to get the overtake done. I actually don't think I'm going to get him. I'll have to risk it into one new fastest lap. Look what we had to do to get past Lacona. We're going to run it deep, just pick it up. And that leaves them through. So we're battling here with a bloody back marker, and the game will not put out blue flags that I should have out for him, because he should be leaving me past. He shouldn't be battling me. Going to square him off out of here. That should be it. Ducati power. Here we go. Down to turn 5. And there's a crash back, and I can't believe it. It's Miller again. Oh, we had a huge front end lock there. Lacona looks over his shoulder at me. Frankie has it now. It's all Frankie's. It's his to lose. We are getting into a bit of bother passing this lapped rider. We made 2 overtakes on him, but he's bloody repassed us. This time into Craig Jones. I'm just going to put a bit of a block pass on him, run him out to the curb, and hope he doesn't come back at us. We're actually going defensive from a lap right. I can't believe this game. Oh, into the corner that caused all the mayhem in this race. Tyres are getting a bit squishy now, and that's a track limit warning. I'm surprised that's my first. Jorge Martin has taken my fastest lap back, unfortunately, but there's no points for it in MotoGP. So, last lap time, 5 seconds behind Frankie. Bar crash, he has it done. And he's rode brilliantly so far. He's kept such good pace. I've made a few mistakes. And in my championship hunt, I'm pretty content to come home with a P2. Another P2 after, with 2nd place in Qatar. Just need to now gauge the lap now, just navigate another couple of miles around here. Frankie with the fastest lap of the race, so even on the penultimate lap, again we cannot get it stopped. Is that Lacona through again? No, we did pull on him a bit, but we are losing time actually to Zarco, so we need to just shorten up a bit. And we're wide again here. The front tyre is completely gone to just mud. I have no front end feeling. You can see him running wide everywhere. And look who's the fastest man on track now. P6 Valentino Rossi. I hope he keeps it. The old dog up into P6. What a ride from the doctor. Zarco's is closing on a rate of knots. Thankfully there's only 1 lap left. I only have half a sector to go now. Once I don't tip off, oh, we got that all wrong again. It's down to 2.8, 2.9. We have plenty of fuel. We're going to do it. We're going to get a back-to-back podium with Ducati. A brilliant race this was actually overall, because I was fearing this race it could be an absolute nightmare. So to come home in P2, beating all my championship rivals, unfortunately Frankie isn't going to be a title rival. We got demoted to P3. What? What the hell just happened there? And we got promoted again. Jeez, my heart. Marquez appeared on the time board for no reason. Where did Marquez finish? 15th. I don't know what happened, but who got the fastest lap? Let me look. It's going to be something in a 45.2 from Fabio, so look how many people. There's only 5 bikes didn't finish. I thought it was more, but most of them are a lap down. What a crazy race that was. I cannot believe it. Let's look at the championship. We are level with Miller because he won in Qatar round 1. He won it. So he holds the lead in the championship. Frankie Morbidelli moves up 11 positions and is only 15 points off. So maybe he is a championship threat, but I don't think he's quick enough throughout the season. His eyes seem to be a bit slow for some reason. Pecco drops right down. Zarco moves up. Jorge Martin moves up. 5 positions for Paul Sparrow. Rossi up 8 positions. Get in there, Valet. That was a pretty intense race. We keep the lead, but the Monster Energy Yama team move up to P2. But yeah, another podium in the bag. Yama up to 2nd in the Constructors, but this year we are taking the Constructors. We have by far the best bike, I believe. But yeah, you just got a quick glimpse there of the front Michelin, and it was shagged. Just again, I'm delighted for Frankie. Brilliant race from them. So the Moto2 boys, once again, unfortunately we did not score any points. They qualified. So again, Dom came home in P16 after qualifying 6th, and Carmona finished 22nd after qualifying 19th. So his race pace is slightly disappointing. Dom is just about getting on the points, the fringe points he's at. Rizal gets P2 after qualifying P2, so again a strong showing from Rizal, and Hernandez coming home with a decent P8. So that has been round 3 of season 5, episode 71. We go into Jerez, my favourite track. in the world on level points with Jack Miller. This will be the place I want to get my first win. We'll be pushing all out to get it here, and I believe we will be quick. The only question is weather and tyres. Will we be able to maintain tyres for a full race to beat DI? But we'll see. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, drop a like down below and subscribe to see more, and I shall catch you all in the next episode. Bye bye.